This is the ministry of Moses, part 95. And we're going to take our text from Numbers 22, verse 28 to 35. Let us consider verse 28 to 35. Then the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey and said to Balaam, "What have I done to you, that you have struck me these 3 times?" And Balaam said to the donkey, "Because you have abused me. I wish there were a sword in my hand, for now I would kill you." So the donkey said to Balaam, "Am I not your donkey on which you have ridden ever since I became yours to this day? Was I ever disposed to do this to you?" And he said, "No." Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way with his drawn sword in his hand. And he bowed his head and fell flat on his face. And the angel of the Lord said to him, "Why have you struck your donkey these 3 times? Behold, I have come out to stand against you, because your way is perverse before me. The donkey saw me and turned aside from me these 3 times. If she had not turned aside from me, surely I would also have killed you by now, and I will let her live." And Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, "I have sinned, for I did not know you stood in the way against me. Now therefore, if it displeases you, I will turn back." Then the angel of the Lord said to Balaam, "Go with the men, but only the word that I speak to you, that you must speak." So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. In verse 28 to 29, we can see the beginning of the conversation between Balaam and his donkey. Even when the donkey did the unusual, one could have expected Balaam to be scared, at least seeing an animal talk like humans. Seeing animal talking like human beings, is enough to make you wonder, if not fearful. But all these did not make him fear, because he was full of anger. Anger can make a man fearless. It can make a man dare even the devil. But the truth is that if not properly channeled, it can turn out to be a weapon of self-destruction. Balaam was also familiar with divination. So seeing an animal talk was one of those things. Seeing an animal talk was not new to him, because it's one of those things they can do. They can experience through divination. So he was not moved seeing that. In verse 29, while Balaam was talking with the donkey, the first offense that Balaam had was that, he abused the donkey. Balaam, you know, Balaam accused Balaam accused the donkey of abusing him. So the first offense that Balaam accused the donkey of was an abuse. So Balaam accused the donkey of abusing him. Because of this, he was ready to kill the donkey if he had a sword. Now, what exactly did Balaam pick as an offense? In Numbers 22 verse 15, the Bible revealed that Balak the king sent more honorable princes. Now, the king thought that the reason Balaam did not follow the first set of princes he sent was because they were not honorable enough. So he sent more honorable princes just to convince Balaam. Now, he wanted to convince Balaam with their presence, their status, and their influence. It's just like a president who sent certain commissioners to bring a prophet. And when he saw that the man did not come, he decided to send his ministers to bring that same man. We all know the wide gap between commissioners and ministers. A commissioner is honorable, but a minister is more honorable. No wonder God was angry with Balaam for embarking on the journey by allowing the more honorable princes, By allowing the more honorable princes, he was trying to reverse the scripture that says God is not a respecter of persons. By following the more honorable princes, he was saying something with his action. And what he was saying is God is a respecter of persons. Can you now see why God was not happy with Balaam's decision to follow them at first? Now, his action showcases God as a personality whose will and decision can be influenced by the presence of nobles and princes. We, as the children of God, must watch what we do, because everything we do is a tablet from which our generation can learn God. Our actions are mirrors or lenses from which the world can view God. Let us be careful not to present God as an entity that is not stable by our own instability. Now, back to the question I was trying to answer. Why did Balaam accuse the donkey of abusing him? The reason is the reason is in Numbers 22 verse 21. There the Bible revealed that Balaam rose and went with the more honorable princes. So it was not only Balaam and his two servants that were on the journey. The princes were also on the journey with him. And you know that everything Balaam experienced with the donkey happened before the servant and the princes. So Balaam was only striking the donkey instead of paying attention to the donkey in order to know why the donkey is acting strange, because he wanted to protect his ego and his image before the people. He wants to prove to the people that he is in charge, even when he has he has not he has not successfully shown God to be in charge. Balaam was that type of minister that is more concerned about what people will say than what God will say. He was more concerned about his reputation before the people than before God. He was more concerned about making a name for himself than creating a platform for the glory of God to manifest. When ministry becomes more about how people see it than how God sees it, then the ministry is already working in error. Oh, I can wear this clothes to I can't wear this clothes to church on Sunday again. Because the people will think I don't have money to buy a new one. I would rather borrow money to buy or borrow clothes from my friend, because I don't want the church to think I don't have clothes. Hello, friend, can you borrow me your shoe? I have a ministration somewhere. I don't want the people to know that I have only 2 pairs of shoes. All these are statements of a minister that is working in the era of Balaam. Though we minister to the people, but ministry is not about pleasing the people. What you do can also be ministry. What you do can what you do cannot be qualified to be called ministry if it does not please the one that has called you. What the people say cannot keep you. It is what you hear God say that matters.